But to say to your sister you got some extra money, what did he say? What was the phrase that he used?
How much can you afford?
How much can you afford on the boat? Were you giving her a piece of the boat? Were you signing over a title to the boat? Were you giving her a third interest in the boat?
No, Your Honor.
Well, then why would it make a difference of how much can you afford on the boat?
The agreement was that she could ride any time that she wanted to.
So what? You mean you would tell me that if you had a boat and if your sister said, could I use the boat, you would say no?
No, Your Honor.
Of course not. And if she were nice enough to loan you the money so that you could get the boat out, you would, of course, let her use the boat,
Yes.
right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So now let's go back. Now let's go back and discuss what you said to her. You need water?
Mm-hmm.
That's because people who lie, their mouth gets dry. She has her money. Listen, if you and your girlfriend don't have a job, the last thing you should be worrying about was a pleasure boat. What you should be worrying about is where you're going to get lunch. Lindsay, no. Why? He doesn't seem to be doing a good enough job?
Our fighters are pumping themselves
You don't ask that of somebody, sir. You might say to your sister, you know, the boat needed some repairs. We don't have the money. Can you help us? That's you said. Or could you help us out? Can you loan us the money? That may be. But to say to your sister, you got some extra money. What did he say? What was the phrase that he used? How much can you afford on the boat? Were you giving her a piece of the boat? Were you signing over a title to the boat? Were you giving her a third interest in the boat?
No, Your Honor.
And why would it make a difference of how much can you afford on the boat?
The agreement was that she could ride any time that she wanted to.
So what? You mean you would tell me that if you had a boat and if your sister said, could I use the boat, you would say no?
No, Your Honor.
Of course not. And if she were nice enough to loan you the money so that you could get the boat out, you would of course let her use the boat, right? Now let's go back. Now let's go back and discuss what you said to her. You need water? That's because people who lie, they're not. Listen, if you and your girlfriend don't have a job, the last thing you should be worrying about is a pleasure boat. What you should be worrying about is where you're going to get lunch. No. Why? You don't seem to be doing a good enough job? No. You don't ask that of somebody, sir. You might say to your sister, you know, the boat needed some repairs, we don't have the money. Can you help us? That's maybe, you said. Or, can you help us out? Can you loan us the money? That may be. But to say to your sister, you got some extra money. What did he say? What was the phrase that he used? How much can you afford on the boat? Were you giving her a piece of the boat? Were you signing over a title to the boat? Were you giving her a third interest in the boat?
No, Your Honor.
Then why would it make a difference of how much can you afford in boat?
The agreement was that she could ride any time that she wanted to.
You mean you would tell me that if you had a boat and if your sister said, could I use the boat, you would say no?
No, Your Honor.
Of course not. And if you were nice enough to loan you the money so that you could get the boat out, you would of course let her use the boat, right? Let's go back. Now let's go back and discuss what you said to her. You need water? That's because people who lie, their mouth gets dry. If you and your girlfriend don't have a job, the last thing you should be worrying about is a pleasure boat. What you should be worrying about is where you're going to get lunch. See, no. Why? He doesn't seem to be doing a good enough job? No. You don't ask that of somebody, sir. You might say to your sister, you know, the boat needed some repairs, we don't have the money. Can you help us? That's maybe, you said. Or can you help us out? Can you loan us the money? That may be. But to say to your sister, you got some extra money, what did he say? What was the phrase that he used? How much can you afford? Were you giving her a piece of the boat? Were you signing over a title to the boat? Were you giving her a third interest in the boat?
No, Your Honor.
Then why would it make a difference of how much can you afford on the boat?
The agreement was that she could ride any time that she wanted.
So what? You mean you would tell me that if you had a boat and if your sister said, could I use the boat, you would say no? No. And if she were nice enough to loan you the money so that you could get the boat out, you would of course let her use the boat. Now let's go back and discuss what you said to her. You need water? That's because people who lie, their mouth gets dry. Don't have a job. The last thing you should be worrying about was a pleasure boat. What you should be worrying about is where you're going to get lunch. No. Why? You don't seem to be doing a good enough job? No. You don't ask that of somebody, sir. You might say to your sister, the boat needed some repairs. We don't have the money. Could you help us? People who lie, their mouths get dry.
My medicine.
People who lie, their mouths get dry. Now, you want to go over the conversation you had with your sister with me one more time?
Yes.
Let's go.
So I showed up at my mother's house. She was there. I discussed the boat, and we were trying to get it out that day because the people at the mechanic office said, okay, your boat's ready. You need to get it out. And I was like, well, is there anything?
No. If you don't get the boat out, I'm going to put a lien on your boat and sell it.
Yeah.
And because the boat wasn't ready that day, the boat had probably been ready for a while, and you didn't pay for it. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. So they said, I'm getting tired. So good to live. In one respect, it's terrible to get old. But in another respect, it's so perfect because you're almost right in the sprint. So how long have you left the boat in the shop?
Yeah, it was in there about 3 months.
3 months. So it's in there 3 months with being paid for, taking up space in this guy's place. He finally said, all right, numbers up. I'm getting rid of this boat tomorrow unless you come up with the money. No, I'm not asking you a question. You get that I'm not asking you a question? It's your So now, folks in the shop for a while,
Double jump.
Backs to the wall. So you go and pay a visit to your mother. Sister is also there. Keep going. And I don't want to hear, what is it that you could do to help me on the boat? Or whatever slava that was the first time around. What did you say to your sister?
I asked her if she could help us pay something on the boat, Your Honor.
And what did she say to you?
She said, let me talk to my husband. I'll get back with you. And then about 2 days later, she texted me and said, what's the number to the boat place? She said, I have $800 to put down on the boat to figure out how to pay the rest. And she said, okay, here's the number. I gave her the number. She called. She put $800 on the boat, and I was paid.
Oh, wow, their mouths get dry. People who lie, their mouths get dry. Now, you want to go over the conversation you had with your sister with me one more time?
Yes.
Let's go.
So I showed up at my mother's house. She was there. I discussed the boat, and we were trying to get it out that day because the people at the mechanic office said, okay, the boat's ready. Need to get it out. And I was like, well, is there anything?
Well, if you don't get the boat out, I'm going to put a lien on your boat and sell it.
Yeah.
And because the boat wasn't ready that day. The boat had probably been ready for a while, but you didn't pay for it. That's Yeah, that's right. So they said, I'm getting tired. It's so good to live. In one respect, it's terrible to get old. But in another respect, it's so perfect because you're almost right at sprint. So how long had you left the boat in the shop?
Yeah, it was in there about 3 months.
3 months. So it's in there 3 months without being paid for, taking up space for this guy's place. He finally said, all right, numbers up. I'm getting rid of this boat tomorrow unless you come up with the money. I'm not asking you a question. You get that I'm not asking you a question? Yes, Your Honor. So now, folks in the shop for a while, and now your back's to the wall. So you go and pay a visit to your mother.
Yes.
Sister is also there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Keep going. And I don't want to hear, what is it that you could do to help me on the boat? Or whatever blabber that was first time around. What did you say to your sister?
I asked her if she could help us pay something on the boat, Your Honor.
And what did she say to you?
She said, let me talk to my husband. I'll get back with you. And then about 2 days later, she texted me and said, what's the number to the boat place? She said, I have $800 to put down on the boat to figure out how to pay the rest. I said, okay, here's the number. I gave her the number. She called. She said $800 on the boat. And I was paid.
People who lie, their mouths get dry.
My medicine.
People who lie, their mouths get dry. Now, you want to go over the conversation you had with your sister with me one more time?
Yes.
Let's go.
So I showed up at my mother's house. She was there. I discussed the boat.
Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, how about $200 a month? Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, how about $200 a month? Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, how about $200 a month? Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, how about $200 a month? Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, about $200 a month? Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, how about $200 a month? Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, how about $200 a month? Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, how about $200 a month? Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, how about $200 a month? Listen to me.
It was never mentioned.
Listen to me. If you listen carefully, she never said the word loan. What she said was, afterwards, she called you and said, now you both have jobs. How about start paying me back the $800? Which one of you said, how about $200 a month? You got $800 to fix your boat. I don't care what she does with it. I don't care if she wants to plaster her walls with it.
We never agreed that we were going to pay her.
After the fact.
You said the culture.
I thought I paid her fiance at the time.
Oh, so just a second.
I agree.
So you agreed to give it back to him?
Yeah, yes.
Great. Did you give it back to him?
No.
She will.
She went this.
She will. She will. She will. You will get $300 because the two of you are ungrateful kids.
You don't know.
I do know kids because he said to me ago, 5 minutes ago, listen, it was a loan, but it wasn't a loan to her. We actually spoke to Pedro, and we said, we're going to pay you back this $800. Pedro disappeared, don't know where he went, and we didn't borrow the money from her, we borrowed the money from Pedro, but it's my just a second. I said, you know what, I would have questioned her differently. If your answer said that, would have questioned her discipline. I would have said, where'd you get $800 from? When you walked in, show me the debit card. Show me what card you... I would have all those questions. But they lost that you gave me, and your answer was the two of you made a quid pro quo with her that she could use the boat whenever she wanted to if she gave you $800. That's the baloney that you gave me in your sworn answer. You want to read that and see what you signed? What's the matter with your pants? Try to get dressed before you come on television with 2 million people watching you, sir. It was actually who wrote it. We don't know what was sent. The agreement was she could use the boat whenever she wanted to. You know what I mean? So if you had come here and just been forthcoming, which was Pedro, her husband, loaned us the money, but then he disappeared. She loaned us the money. We would have been different case. Do you understand? Instead, you made up 3 different stories. One you wrote in your answer, that there was a quid pro quo for the use of the boat. One you told me 5 minutes ago. I wanted you just told me now that there was in fact a loan, but the wrong person is suing you, right?
That's right.
Well, that's not going to fight it to the amount of $800. That's part of $800 to actually apply. I don't care what she does with it. I don't think she wants to post a war to it.
We never agreed that we were going to pay her.
Yes, you do. After the you said to her,
We said to Pedro.
Maybe her fiance at the time.
oh, so you just a second.
I agree.
What?
So did you give it back to him? Did you give it back to him?
No.
She will. She will. And you get a free $800 because the two of you are ungrateful kids. Because if you would have said to me minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, listen, it was a lie. It wasn't known to her. We actually spoke to Pedro, and we said, we're going to pay you back this $800. Disappeared, don't know where he went. And we didn't borrow the money from her, we borrowed the money from Pedro. But it's my honor to say to you. I said, you know, then I would have questioned you differently. If you year had you purchased the car,
In 2012,
and how much did you pay for it?
about $8,000.
And in what year did you sell it to your sister under this arrangement?
2014,
What month?
July,
Now, how much was left on the loan in July of 2014 when you made this arrangement?
$6,500.
Did you tell your sister that?
Yes.
Why did you decide to get rid of the car?
She was in need of a car to get to work.
Well, that's all right, but what about you?
I already had a vehicle.
So this was an extra
We're
car?
reading something
Yes.
special right here, right now.
Your sister took the car, and for the time she had the car, she made payments to you. In what amount every month?
$400.
So far as that correct? Did you make up $400 a month?
Yes.
In what month did you have an accident?
December.
You had that accident because you were drunk.
Yes.
And the car was totaled.
Yes.
And this is about the shortfall from the insurance that you were out of pocket because this is to drove the car drunk and totaled. The title, I assume, never changed. Correct. When were you supposed to get the title, Miss Carroll?
Coming up next.
It wasn't. What do you think it was? I didn't want to work. You were paying for the car, and you were going to pay it off. When were you supposed to get the title?
It was going to stay in her name.
Why?
Because I don't have license.
Was that your arrangement with her?
Yes.
Why don't you have a license?
Because I have tickets to pay on.
So your arrangement with her was you were going to sell her the car, but it was going to a maid. How many years had you purchased the car?
In 2012,
And how much did you pay for it?
about $8,000.
And in what year did you sell it to your sister under this arrangement?
2014,
What month?
July.
Now, how much was left on the loan in July of 2014 when you made this arrangement?
$6,500.
Did you tell your sister that?
Yes.
Why did you decide to get rid of the car?
She was in need of a car to get to work.
Well, that's all right. But what about you?
I already had a vehicle.
So this was an extra car?
Yes.
And the sister took the car, and for the time she had the car, she made payments to you. Well, what amount every month?
$400.
So far, is that correct? Did you pay her $400 a month? Did you have an accident? Did you find out she had no license?
I didn't.
Well, there had to be a time when you knew she had no license.
She got a speeding ticket on September 12th, and it never came to me that she did not have a license until I got her from the police station when she got the DWI.
I need to know what proof you have that you told your sister that you have no license.
I never had a license. She's no one.
How can you get a speeding ticket and not get arrested for driving without a license?
Insurance on the car.
What do you mean insurance on the car? One thing has nothing to do with another. You get a speeding ticket. The police officer pulls you over and says, license, registration, please. You give them the registration, they say, where's your license? You say, I don't have it. Are you using somebody else's license? No. Well, what state do you live in? Minnesota. Minnesota is a very good state. And there's no question in my mind that when police pull you over, they pull you over and say license and registration. You want to say something? Who are you? Who are you to this case? And did you find out she had no license?
I didn't.
Well, there had to be a time when you knew she had no license.
She got a speeding ticket on September 12th, and it never came to me that she did not have a license until I got her from the police station when she got the DWI.
Tell me what proof you have. Then you told your sister that you had no license.
I've never had a license. She's known.
How can you get a speeding ticket and not get arrested for driving without a license?
Insurance on the car.
What do you mean insurance on the car? One thing has nothing to do with another. You get a speeding ticket. Police officer pulls you over and says, license, registration, please. You give the registration, they say, where's your license? You say, license and registration. I don't have a license. Police officers will give me a date of birth. Maybe you left it home. So they check it out and they see no license. Didn't that happen to you?
Yes, but I have a permit, and in Minnesota it says like if you don't give them the ID, you just say your name, they come back, you have a valid license.
The fight's now underway. This is
Just pays you to pay the tickets.
Yes. I am her mother. I'm their mother.
Oh, you must be very proud.
well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't get the driver.
Your last name, Barry?
My last name is Farah.
Physical transfer of the vehicle from one daughter to another in July of 2014.
I knew that she sold Shariah a car and she was going to be the title was going to be.
Forget title. I'm just going to ask you the questions. Try to be straightforward with me, and then we won't get into any trouble. Do you understand? That we won't get into any difficulty. Are you on speaking terms with both your daughters? Speaking terms? No. Which daughter are not on speaking terms?
We just don't get along, so she tried to tell me.
I was simply going to say I had no license.
Yes.
Gotta be careful not to live in this race. We're out of chance, but we made
Registration. I don't have a license. Police officers look at me and take a phone. And you left the phone. So they check it out. They see no license. That happened to you.
Yes, but I have a permit, and then Minnesota it says like if you don't do it, just stay your name, they come back, you have a valid license.
Just got it all there. This one. Wouldn't it have just been easier to pay the tickets?
Yes. I am her mother. I'm their mother.
Oh, great. You must be very proud.
takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 is maintaining the
Is your
one
last name Barry?
My last name is Kirk.
Miss Barry, were you aware
Good
of
job
the
blocking the jump
of
ball.
transfer of the vehicle from one daughter to another in July of 2014?
I knew that she sold Soraya car. She was going to be making payments on the car. I didn't like that the title was going to be.
To get title, I'm just trying to get questions right to be straightforward with me, and we won't get into any trouble. You understand? That we won't get into any difficulty. Are you on speaking terms with both of them? Susie, yes or no? No. Which daughter are you not on speaking terms?
With my still there.
With her?
Yes.
Tell me why.
We just don't get along. You know, I'm a mother and she's trying to tell me.
I was simply going to say I
Player 2 chases him now. Both fighters are working with anti-driving.
Registration. I don't have a license. Police officers will give you a date of birth. Maybe you like my office. When they check it out, they see no license.
Yes, but I have a permit. In Minnesota, it says, like, if you don't give me ID, you just say your name, it comes back, you have a valid license.
Just police you to pay the tickets. Yes. I have another out there. Great. He must be very proud. Yes. Is your last name Barry? Miss Barry, you were aware of she transferred the vehicle from one daughter to another in July of 2014.
And she sold the car. She was making a young car.
I'm just going to ask you the questions. Try to be straightforward with me and I won't get into any trouble. That we won't need to get into any difficulty. Are you speaking terms with both your daughters? Just either yes or no. Which daughter are you not on speaking terms?
I say LeBerry. Yes.
Tell me why.
Chases him down.
We just don't get along. You know, I'm a mother and she's trying to tell me.
Reach out and tag them with them.
the case in question. Now,
I
was simply going to say I have no license and I have insurance.
Player 1 takes you around like a thief in the night. What else do they get away with?
license and registration. I don't have a license. Police officers will give me a date of birth. If you left it home, so they check it out and they see no license. Did that happen to you?
Yes, but I have a permit. In Minnesota, it says, like, if you don't give me the ID, you just say your name, it comes like you have a valid license.
And they're all figured out this one. Private. Just for these, you don't pay the tickets. Great. You must be very proud. Gary?
No, my last name is Burke.
Miss Burke, are you aware of the transfer of the vehicle from one daughter to another in July of 2014? Did you have conversations with her either before or after July of 2014 regarding the car?
Yes.
Did you ever discuss with her that your sister did not have a license?
We all knew that she didn't have license.
Tell me how come you all knew she didn't have a license?
She never went to go get her license after she got her permit.
How long ago was that?
What year was it when you got it? Your permit, I'm not sure. I was 18.
What?
I was 18 when I got my permit.
How old are you now?
24.
Did the sisters ever live with each other?
Yes.
From when to when?
All their life.
Until what year?
Oh, and I was 18. I was 18. I moved out.
Did the two of you ever live together after you moved into the house?
Yes.
From when to when?
First round.
Until 2013. You started to live together where? Did your sister pay rent?
No.
We just moved in with you. You're right. That's going to be a very interesting question. When did she move out of the house?
August of 2013.
Where did she go?
She got her license in Columbia Heights.
Was she working?
Yes.
Had she just moved out of her mother's house? Or was she someplace else before? Did you have conversations with her either before or after July of 2014 regarding the car? Yes. Did you ever discuss with her the fact that my sister had a license? We have. She didn't have a license. She didn't have a license. She never did her license after she got her permit. I want to go stop here. I was 18. I was 18 when I got my permit. Not a the sisters ever live with each other? Yes. From when to when? Not in like, I was in 1 year. Or when I was 18, moved out of the house from 18. Did the two of you ever live together after you moved out of the house? Yes. When to when? 2013. So in 2013, you started to live together where? In my house. No, she just moved in. Correct. Now it's going to be a very interesting question. When did she move to the house? Yes, 2013. Where did she go? She got her own place. Two sisters living together. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. She doesn't know she has a loan on the car. She doesn't know she has a driver's license. So this is what the law to this about the one who made the pictures in because I believe I want. He knew about the loan. I believe she knew about the loan. I also believe you knew that she didn't have a driver's license. She had $1,000 for loan car, but the car came insured. After they sold the car, $1,900. Is that right? Correct. So the total shortfall that you have to cover is $1,000 deductible, $1,800, or just the $1,900? Just the $1,900. So it's $1,000 went down to $1,000. My insurance also went up. Chance, you should have without a driver's license. The judgment complaint is being under $950. Two sisters living together. They don't know nothing. They don't know. She doesn't know she has a loan on the car. She doesn't know she has a driver's license. So this is what the lawsuit is about. I will make a good decision. I will take my own right. I have you that you knew about the loan. I believe that you knew about the loan. I also believe you knew that she didn't have a driver's license. She had $1,000 deductible on the car. But the car came into it. So about $1,900. Is that right? So the shortfall that you have to cover is $1,000 deductible and the $1,900, or just the $1,900. That's the $1,900.
That no catch. Wow.
So instead of $4,000, we're down to $1,900.
My insurance also went up.
Who cares? You shouldn't have let her drive a car without a driver's license. So you're going to share the pain. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $950. Two sisters living together. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. She doesn't know she has a loan on the car. She doesn't know she has a driver's license. Well, at least the law. So this is what the lawsuit is about. I'm going to make a quick decision because I believe neither one of you. Great.
I have proof that he knew about the loan.
Yeah. I believe that she knew about the loan. I also believe you knew that she didn't have a driver's license. Now, she had $1,000 deductible on the car. The car came out short. After they sold the car, $1,900. Is that right? Correct. So the total shortfall that you have to cover is the $1,000 deductible and the $1,900, or just the $1,900.
That's the $1,900.
So instead of $4,000, we're down to $1,900.
My insurance also went up.
Who cares? You should let her drive a car without a driver's license.
Where's that guy gonna go?
So you're going to complaint of being out of $950. Two sisters living together. They don't know. They don't know nothing. She doesn't know she has a loan on the car. She doesn't know she has a driver's license. So this is what the lawsuit is about. I'm going to make a decision because I believe neither one. Great.
He knew about the loan.
I believe that she knew about the loan. I also believe you knew that she didn't have a driver's license. Now, She had thousands of people on the car. But the car came up short. After they sold the car, $1,900. Is that right? Right. The total shortfall that you have to cover is $1,000 deductible and the $1,900, or just the $1,900?
Just the $1,900.
Wow, it's better. Now we're doing it. So instead of $1,000, we're down to $1,900. I exactly lost someone out to get a chance. If you should have a car without a driver's license. So you're going to share the thing. Judgment for the plaintiff may have $950. Yeah, they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. She doesn't know she has a loan on the car. She doesn't know she has a driver's license. So this is what the lawsuit is about. I'm going to make a good decision because I believe my word. I believe that she knew about the law. I also believe you knew that she didn't have a driver's license. She had $1,000 deductible on the car, but the two came up short. After they sold the car, $1,900. Is that right? Correct. So the total shortfall that you have to cover is $1,000 deductible and $1,900. What I'm going to start with you, because I see when you're here, you have no evidence in front of you. A little piece. Here's your arms, all you need. That must be for $2. That's awesome. Now, she's what you pay for students. Your lawsuit claims that he owes you money. Mentioned to me, I forget. For motorcycle, and it was at a time where you was your neighbors and your neighbors were and he said, no, I have a relationship with him strictly as a roommate. It's been other things, but at the time, yes, we're roommates. At the time this happened, we just all right. You're on and off roommates, on and off social. Are you on social time and
Why don't I have no recovery? I don't understand.
Did you ever go and pick up a motorcycle with him?
Yeah, several times.
This motorcycle was where this was
I'm here several times in California. Motorcycle, we have been in search of a trailer for a long time.
You have called and we would not on the box motorcycle to get license. Correct. You don't get to travel because you do like motorcycle.
Necessarily because they're not working.
This one was working because it cost $500. So we would spend $7,500 on non-working motorcycle.
I haven't spent $7,500 on them.
Ever.
No. I buy Harley Dynas for $5 to $6 grand. I never exceed that because then I can't double my profit. So.
Did you find anything yet?
I'm still, every time I go back, it brings me back up. I have long hair. I see
How's
them
that
myself. They're in here.
exciting.
They would have saved that hair here right now.
Yeah, because this is nothing.
Right.
Here we go. What are the
Emails and photographs that you use to take a photograph, a snapshot of your phone. Is that what you did in an email with to yourself? Of the messages. Yes, it's where it's not the big photograph of your phone.
I screenshotted it and emailed it to myself.
Just probably on the picture. Why would you do that if it was on your phone?
The behavior towards me. By the time the first one payment was due, April 19th, 2015, I called him 2 days prior to the he told me this and my concern immediately was that he was going to be paying me well.
I don't want you to tell me the date that he destroyed your phone. Take a recess.
He destroyed my phone in the middle of April 2015.
Tell me how.
My phone had gone off and he picked it up and was reading a text message from his friends and got him on the phone and touched it and he was waiting. My friend Jesse.
You've got to remind me of this range.
Figure out your makeup. Sit down.
Player 1 is mounting a comeback. What else is up their sleeve?
You think you got it. Everything's supposed to be. Why wouldn't she get a contact with you? That's resonated. As to what I'm going to start with you.
Was an absolute beast.
If you're here, you have no influence in front of you. Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's all you need. I'm going to speak to 2 days. Yeah, but she has a whole bunch of papers. Your lawsuit, he owns your money loan that you took out for him for motorcycle. And you're not going to visit his home. Despite the fact that your neighbors and you've been neighbors for a while, you briefly dated.
Yes.
And your relationship is strictly as a roommate.
It's been other things, but at the time, yes, we're all roommates. And at the time this happened, we just
Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter.
You will have off roommates on and off searching. Are you going to watch Tom now?
roommates for quite a while.
Motorcycle.
No, I don't recall.
Did you ever go pick the motorcycle with him?
Yeah, several times.
This motorcycle was made for Switzerland.
I've never tried to go to California. To get a trailer, to get the people need.
Player 2 has a slight
Not necessarily, because sometimes they're not working.
So this means talking about this capable of being driven because Mr. is not stupid man, is he?
Well, no.
So he would spend $7,500 a month and on a motorcycle. I'd spend $7,500.
No, I buy Dinah's Harley Davids for 5, 6 grand. I never exceed that.
So, did we find anything in the
So, this is your past
brother? Yes, yeah, he had the same father. Yes. Did you claim that the other house of property that he's holding up the last year with your father's house, and Mr. Fasano says that you took property from your father's house that didn't belong to you, that belonged to your father? Did you answer the first part? So far, is that right? Yes, Fasano. This is what the time you're father at the time.
Yes, and I I started having health problems around September. I was admitted in the hospital this year, 2014. That was
Did you get your father's home continuously?
Yes,
Your Honor.
How far away from where your father lived? About 20 miles. Did you visit your father?
At least once a week.
You would see your sister when you were there.
Yes, Your Honor.
What speed and she lived there?
Yes, Your Honor.
6 years.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you employed? Not currently. You're employed in 2013. We were employed in 2012. Now, who supported you?
my father was training to do property management for him. So I was being kept to take on the role of his property manager, which is to say that she
Your father supported you?
yes.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
When was the last time you had a full-time job?
2008.
So you've had it since you moved into your father's house? No. Now, there came a time when your father was in the hospital.
My mom's house, due to my medical problems, I was having.
When had you gone to your mother's house?
I gone to my mom's house after I was released from the hospital.
How long had you been in the hospital?
For 1 week.
Are you now living with your mom?
I'm staying here because I have nowhere else to stay.
Where's your father?
He is back home now, Your Honor.
What he's talking to him?
He will not make up for me. He is tense regarding what happened on September 18th.
You tell me what happened on September 18th.
On September 18th, I was planning on returning back home, and I still wasn't feeling really well. I felt like I would probably be going back to the hospital, and I was with my mom. She had taken me over there. So I told her, well, I'll get a few things
things because I would be up on the state on my own. And so when I got there, I unlocked the door and went in, started getting some of my things, putting them in my car. Then 3 police officers pulled up and said that they received a call that someone had been taking things out of the home.
What had you taken out?
I took out my son's computer, which had been given to him by my father.
How old is your son?
He's 5.
What kind of computer did you take out?
It's a desktop computer.
So what I'm gathering now is you not only lived with your father, but you have a child that lived with your father.
Yes.
So you and your child are now with your mother.
Yes. That's correct.
Okay, so now you're taking out a computer, a desktop computer.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you taking out for your temporary stay with your mother?
Our
Yes.
fighters are
Some of
ready
my
to lay it all on
clothes,
the line.
Clothes are fine.
some toys, some of his school supplies that he needed,
Fine.
and some pillows, blankets. You know, we were staying on a sleeper sofa there.
So the only electrical equipment that you took was the computer. Is that right? What else was in the car?
Yes,
Your brother.
yes, ma'am.
You have the same father.
Yes.
The other has certain property that he's holding that belongs to you in your father's house. And Mr. Fasaro says that you have property from your father's house that didn't belong to you, that belonged to your father. So he has a close thing. So far, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Sorrow, let's start with the timeline.
Yes.
Were you living with your father at any time?
Yes, ma'am.
From when to when?
From August 2008 until I started having health problems around September. I was admitted into the hospital.
September of this year?
Of 2014, that's correct.
Did you live?
First, I have something to say. First, I have something to say. I heard Zoe said she got my kid.
Would you please wait outside Officer Cole's car and take it outside?
This is the ideal range to utilize a fire brigade.
You folks were relatively close proximity to each other. And Miss Engel, at some point recently, you purchased a kitten for your daughter.
Yes.
And when did you purchase the kitten?
April.
April of 2014?
Yes.
April what of 2014? From whom did you purchase it?
A girl I met on Facebook that posted pictures that she was selling them.
How much did you pay for
$50.
How old was the kitten?
6 weeks exactly.
How long did you have it? Almost 2 months. In the 2 months that you had the kitten, did you have the kitten vaccinated?
It was vaccinated.
Did you,
Got it.
in the 2 months that you had the kitten, 6-week-old kitten needs vaccinations, did you take the kitten to the vet at all?
The girl I got him off of did. That was part of the reason why she charged me $50.
Just a second. Do you have the kitten's papers that she gave you to show you that the kitten was vaccinated? This is your half-brother.
Yes, ma'am.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it. So let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Alright, first round. What's going to happen? Pushes the opponent forward. Deal some damage in that throat combo. The throat hits. Now the fun begins. The grab misses. Neither of them are willing to back off. Knocked down. Eye on the air. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Charges forward. Dashes forward. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 2 is going to have to wait. They're going for the super. The Dragon KO. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Round 2. Fight.
Jump in. The next round is beginning. Nice counter. Duck out to try and change the situation. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to figure out the situation. Both fighters planning something. A drop impact could end it all here. Player 1, they were right to be on guard there. Jump up the KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game god drop that on? Oh, the drive impact hits the opponent. Come on now, let me hear you say it. Shinryu. Repa! Player one may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super art ready. Dangerous range here. Things are looking very bleak, but can they find something? Oh, combo! Let's go! That burns out! That's the chisels him down!
Bro.
Player two comes out on top of that fierce battle! Talk about a show, that match had it all! It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that bloodbath! Spin jump! Goes with the space up with that target! Sees it coming and blocks it out! The super armor does its job! Utilizes an overdrive there to attack on just a little more deeply. Uncomfortable space here. Can they grip each other on the edge? Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Knocked down. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Alright, what's coming up next? Player two, chasing charges forward. Spiral air. Good job blocking the jump. Going on the offensive. The super gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whip punishing. Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Jump in. What'll happen here? They got the meter front. Experiencing burnout. Going in. Just goes for it at this range. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Pops him with a shorty. Player one, that's not gonna hit. Burnout triggered. And they create an opportunity to super hit, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Stick the jump in. Player two has a slight lifeline that they may sit on. Strings it all together. Uncomfortable space here. Can they grip each other on the edge? That drive impact doesn't get through. Anticipating the counter on the loss. Takes some KO. Player two sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Caught in the cross. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Nice read, cannon spike. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Immediate hit. Cannon spike. They were expecting that drive attack. Going in. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Burnout activates. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. G-Ray kicks for a mix. A quick rebound. Not much life left, but their dodge users may save it. Oh, the drive impact doesn't work. Off of me. Checks with the medium. G-Ray's overhead. Excellent block. Pumps the brakes on G-Ray. And the guys are jumping in fast. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Hit them with a stop and pop. There's the drive attack that's going to lead to a juicy fight. They've been a catcher with last fight. Because it's straight up now. Delta red on top. This offensive assault continues. Gets him with a Euro step. Players control super hard incoming. What were they thinking? Back to the corner. Are we gonna move over in a flash? Try again to find me a better match than that. Can't let me tell you what's good. This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. This is the target combo to take a chunk of the combo. An aggressive attack. Now they get pushed into the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 1 will be in the world of hurt to drive game 1 down. Gets the tag. But how will they get out of this corner? Right thing is moving up, still being overcome with smart driving. This is a tough spot. Okay, creating some space here. Next hit to end the round. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out. Nice read, cannon spike. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Overdrive cannon spike. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Connect, burnout trigger. Using the dangerous super. The killer beast kings in midair. They're just getting started. Not much life left, but their draw usage may save them. Dashes forward. Here comes the corner pressure. Looking for a chance. Are we going to see a comeback? One chance here may end this match. So, what is it with anti-air? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Finds it good to squeeze him up. Let's start it around. How will they start their own? Knockdown. Puts one behind. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Take a stop. Spins the gauge on the drive. KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. That attack lands for a counter. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Did well to get the bucket. Dash forward. Blocks the attack. Holds out the block. Player 1 needs to use the front of the corner. Overdrive cannon spike. Scrapping it out up close. Oh, burnout trigger. Both fighters planning forward throws. Laying the pressure on the thing. Player 1 with the rhythm. Fly anti-air. Player 1 can critical line now. Drive up. Holds it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Solid combo. Goes for the throw. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to get tons of damage. Throws up to the gate block. Take a stop. Just out of range for that throw. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Finding it tricky to manage their drive. Not having the taste the thrill. So they went forward to pressure the opponent. Both sides backing off from their game plan. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Not shy of the range. Going in, I think they want to calm things down and reset the pace. They take some time to back off and regroup. Who's going to strike for experience and burnout? Neither fighter can use their drive. In there! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Overdrive cannon spike. Gets a risky punch. Smart play to stop the opponent. The jump in catches. Going in. Throw escape. Super on time for both players. Expect to see some fire. Player 1 needs to use the third. What'll happen here? Will we see a drive hit? Nice read with the cannon spike. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 1 is dangerously close to running out of breath. Solid anti-air. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Both fighters planning something. Ooh, what a smart blow. Drive rush to keep it going. Find the target. Stun. They gotta get in there. Flatline goes. We're going into the final fight. Which fighter has to let the fighter win? Who's going to steal the win? Throw whips. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? This is gonna hurt. Both sides. This is leaving a big damage. Super rush. Oh, what a PhD in fighters can do. Roll to the fire. Cook them up. Not going anywhere. Player 2 needs to take advantage of the game he's bearing. Great job shaping up corner pressure and moving back to center stage. Are we going to see a breakthrough with the throw? Right, Carey might be a better match than that.
Here comes the new challengers. You must crush them.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Well-timed command throw there. Player 2 is using their drive quickly. Okay, take them all the way. Burnout is nice. Sees the crumble and takes the round. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Not attack to start. That's a nice way to get someone's attention. Headbutt. Nice read with the cannon spike. Still slugging it out at this range. Target locked. Brush that off and keep going. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. That was a clinic of how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't getting close to done. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. The combo's there. Okay, take them all the way. Drive reversal to break in. Jump in, find him. Knockdown. This is the perfect range to reach our antagonist with something. Knockdown. Coming through. Not shy of the grab. Does a good job pushing back. Burnout is triggered. In a direct little super juice into this combo for more damage. The pressure is so intense here. So they wait forward to pressure the opponent. Looking to plan with a fire. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive. Both fighters are just about done. The kick in! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jump up. Jump up. Experiencing burnout. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump ups in this range. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive range to play with. Not a good thing. Sneaks in above. Side switch in the corner. Dashes forward. Smart play with the throw. Jump in. Spin up. Uses the target combo to kill it. Will they gamble? Ooh, what a smart blow. Both fighters planning something. Did we see a drive back here?
What?
They got him. Here's the final
Come on.
round. The real fight starts now. Oh, they switch sides. Looking to impress with this super. Cross him from above. Fights back with authority. Player 1 has the super game advantage. Screw pile driver. There's no escape. Okay, here we go. Player 2 needs to wait this out. What next? There's a burnout. Player 2 is looking anti-air in the clutch. That corner is starting to look scary. Medium kick. They're taking a step back to slow the rushes in. This could be some big damage. Player 2 can't use any drive through. Gotta play it safe. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Player 1 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Alright, first round. What's going to happen? Downtown checks their approach. Close him down. Lays on the pressure with the kick. Player 2 pushes his opponent into the corner. Alright. What's their game plan here in this critical stage? Combo, the target combo, takes a trip. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again and still solve the sweaty gets in the throw. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Uses the fire to try and establish the finish. Nice read from the cannon fight. Still struggling. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 needs to use the predator. Are you serious? They had a read on that jump the whole time? They're going for the super art? Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do? Six on the fire. Both fighters planning to pause up their shot and respond with authority. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without drawing them. Player all throws next. Going in. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive this KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a...
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The combo is there. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What's the play here? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about to go for the super up. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Knockdown. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they place them up. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. He'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Tries to set the tone with a charges forward. Player 2 needs Guido throw. You can't let him close in like that. Hits him on the stop him. Goes with the same throw with that target. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Ooh, what a smart throw. Quick breather. Impact squat. They were waiting for it. Light lead is there. Big guys in the jumping attempts. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the Guido throw. You can't let them close in like that. Their spacing is so on point right now. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Both slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Turning it right up with a super. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Immediate hit. Yeah, faster enough to get the counter. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Trips them up. That was a solid idea. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't hit the guard. Taking stop. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. So they make forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Alright, what's coming up next? Player 2 KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 2, oh, what's this? They can't squander this punish counter trick. Player 1 can't easily drive himself and Zamir, hoping for a good return. A quick refund super, show of force, but experiencing burn. What'll happen here? The fight going on the offensive? Fight draw critical. What's gonna happen? Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and still willing to risk it all with critical art to deal the cash any damage they need. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. The big guys to jump in attempt. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
This is it. Who's gonna take it off? That combo did decent damage. This may turn into a big chance. Comes crashing down. Very good. We gonna see a jump in, a dash, target combo into. Fight back with the both sides getting ready. Oh, now that is a punish. That's gonna leave him rattled. Okay, here we go. They were waiting for it. This is gonna hurt. This is a critical moment. It's a try. Giving them food for thought. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting away with that absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time to set quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Gets the jump in. Takes a trip. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Box him with the time. Their super engage is running out. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Combo with the target combo. It's hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Player one is working with a better game. What can they do? With breathing, going on the offensive. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Also, life leading there. Minus counter finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Fight. Rushes down the opponent to oppose their will. Big game close. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Reads the jump perfectly. Amazing. Absolutely relentless. Player two has the super game advantage. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Suspend the lead out, sticking to the face. Tries the back misses. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? Player one was definitely sweating during their first win.
He's done better, but good nature.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top of this fight? The fight's now underway. This is Wishes with the play-by-play. That was a solid anti-air. Well-timed command program. Almost had it to get the block. No good on Player one will be in the world third if the drive game runs out. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Solid. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Projectile to try and change the situation. Knife needle goes up. Smart use of the invincibility on the overtime tension. Player one needs to hold on until their drive gauge becomes burn out activation. KO! Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Reverse head cut him down. Keeps going.
That's down.
straddles them with a spinning bird. Player 2 needs to use the predator corner. Something the corner, but not going down without a fight. Max S engaged. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Oh, burnout triggered. They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck, but executing that plan is the key. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. HP Max, side quest done, and the skill tree is fully unlocked. Let's get it on. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets the cross. Deals the damage with that quick combo. Player 2 uses the light breeze. On the injury's turn. Easy to tag this range. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? They're not going to allow any jumping. No good. No connects for countering damage. Ops for the air counter. Good job blocking the jump. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Going on the offensive. Are we going to see him come back? Sticks the combo. Nice read the cannon fight. Player 1, burnout activates. Closing moments of the match. Come from behind to pick up the win. They take advantage of every chance. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Still very early in the round. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 1 needs to use the predator corner. They got the beater for a drive. Set up the trap. Connect with medium. That was a game of how a solid neutral game wins matches. They choose to let it block. Let's get right to it. Also negate the block. Almost had it get blocked. How will they start their approach? On dangerous turn. Easy to attack this game. Player 2 has the light. Uses the drive area against the attack. Player 1 will be in the world of hurt if their drive game runs out. Trips them up. Jump in and find them. Well-timed man throw there. Player 2 chases them down. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Steal off the stick. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a drill. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Use prepare. Alright, what's coming up next? Parry the jump and just shut it down. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Tries to set them up with the arc. Knockdown. One shot on both fighters need to close this out. Less than 20 pair. Player 2 hits the going to the board the first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player one chases them down. They got the meter for a drive attack. Goes for the jump. Nice read. The cannon fight. Max S engages. Unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. Big throw. Both fighters planning something. Player one taking a lead there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Hits him with a what a smart blow. Impact squash. Jump. Ooh, you never know Rosa. What'll happen here? What are they gonna do? Curls him from above. What now? This is the time to believe Dorado anti-air in this punch. A real test of nerves here. They push their way out of the corner. There's a burnout. Jump. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Oh, here we go. A jump in. This is gonna hurt. No hesitation or regret. Hit them with that ASM double. Sends them a personalized telegraph with that frightening critical. Can they muster up the nerve to fight back and take this round? Perfect game calculation. No doubt about it. It is over. Player one has gotta be feeling good, kid. What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Block the jump in. We're still in the early round, and it's really anyone's fight. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? The target moment to take a shove against jumping. Player one can't afford to get hit again. Still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings in their drive. Knockdown. Pick the drive reversal. Okay, creating some space here. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Spiral hit. Experiencing burnout. Heading into the enemy now. It's getting tense. Next hit will end the round. Immediate hit. Closing moments of the match. One hit is gonna do it. Player two has completed their try, but they are still within range to win this round. KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Choices of the tone that target. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? What play to stop the opponent? Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Jump. Spin them. Medium hit perfect KO. They were in full control there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. That's gonna leave him rattled. Let's see play with the grab. Player two with the lead. Will they go for off? Low heavy. Oh, here we go. Plenty of help. Full gauges. Let's go. Gotta do better than that. Looking for a hole. Are they going to be able to come back and stack victory with the jaws of defeat? The biscuit is It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The first hits him with the Stalin bomb. Gets the jump in. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 1 is just about out of drive. Neither of them moving back off. Caught in the process. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Gets him. Player 2 hits up the all-important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Twins the no. They both show their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of the counter. Good job, thrusting that off, keep going. Player good heading up the position for the dragon attack. Player 2 holding on to the corner advantage. Nice read, mechanics fight. Spin double. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 crowns him from above. Aerial knee smash. Going in. Right lead is there, but still KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
HP maxed, side quest done, and the skill tree is fully unlocked. Let's get it on. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Shows the overhead. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. All the danger is heard. Easy to get tagged at this range. Great block on that big crossover. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Taking stock. With the line gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Heading into the end game now. It's getting intense. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Nice read with the cannon spike. Smart play to stop the opponent there. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They are right to be on guard here. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Burnout activated. Side switch in the corner. Going in. Just KO. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Opts for the throw. Down to the wire. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big in the category. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Not shy of the grab. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't get some. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Checks with a medium. Flash out. They were right to be on guard. Burnout triggers it. Scrapping it out up close delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Player 1 in dire charges forward. Hits him with a stopping power. Both fighters have a full super on using the game for a super. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move! There it is! it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Lots of aggression from both sides. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run. Player 1 will be in the world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Backs them into the corner. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Alright, what's coming up next? I can't keep track of these corner switches. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Oh, easy tech. It's a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets a crucial back throw. Will we see a drive hit? Just go for it at this range. That's a counter. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. A parry? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. What's going to be the play here with this kind of leader? Aerial knee smash! Both fighters planning something? A drive impact could end it all here! Knockdown and player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Side switch in the corner. Still scratching for control of the space. Closes with a throw. Hit him with the smart stuff. That's what happens when you... They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let's see
what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Throw whips. Stays off the cross-up. No good up high. They incorporate that full drive gauge and add it to the game plan? What's the play here? Neither of them willing to back off. Very solid corner switch. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Deep range? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Needle kick! Scrapping it out up close. Nice read with the cannon spike. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. A quick breather. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Knockdown and Odo hit. Akuma looking to play hide and seek. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Our fighters are at a standstill. Drop that off. They got a big pin of burnout. Player 1 can't afford the stage without that drive gauge. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Put them on a t-shirt with that kill. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Demon Ray time. It looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Easy to hit. Knuckle wakes them up. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do? Uses their drive game. Off of me. Getting up close and personal. A jump in connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. Roll for the kick. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Fight back with authority. Carl reads the counterattack. What now? Oh, yo! Rock! Are you kidding me? Player 1 is gonna be watching it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run. D9! He's cool and knocks him out. Hits on the counter. This is going to be huge. Strings it all together. All right, what's coming up next? Their life is looking good, and they can't play too much on drive either. KO. Player 2 takes around like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The jump in is D9. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? There's a little game for them. It's not goggles. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. They got the meter for a drive, didn't they? That combo did DKO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Akuma going in. The last round. It's now or never. All the throw connects. Close range projectile. Drop that off. Oh man, this is a scary range. Amazing. Impact squat. Overdrive cannon spike. Will this super act do anything? Excellent read. Turns out. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Player 2 corrects them. Oh, good. That news is on the way. Player 2 crowns them from above. Both sides getting ready. This is a critical moment. What are they gonna do? The drive impact doesn't work. Look at the tenderize on Morgan. It is over. Player 2 reaches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. All in dangerous turf. Easy to attack at this range. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Very solid corner. They trade hits and out. Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 2 is all off for the throw to close it out. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so far. Nice read with the cannon spike. Player 1 chases them down. Scrapping it out up close. Jump. What'll happen here is blocks it. The throw missed. Dashes forward. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. Looks like they both relied a lot on their drive up. They're going for the super act. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match with the kick. Just go for it at this range. manages to block the jump in attack. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Jumps in. Player 1 drops them. Oh, yo! Rock Super here. Can they use their new asset? What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has the chance to grind out the win? Who's going to steal this win? It's a good spot to use the super. And it is on. Up with the hype. Player 1 has a full drive game, but is on the brink of death. Getting up close, Rock Super closes it out. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for the goodness. They hit each other. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. You can use elbows like that there to maintain the pressure. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out and trips them up. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Off foot air encounter. Close it. What's next? Takes a trip in a dire situation. They can't afford any mistakes. Charges forward. They got the beater for a drive impact. Okay, creating some space here. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps up. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Burnout activates. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a big drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Knockdown and spiral hit. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. The quick breather. 15 points out of the air. This is a chance to dictate. It's a good spot to use the super. They must have extend the meter, hoping for a good return. Click side switch. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Gotta do better than that. Dangerous closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Got a ton of damage off that opening. Can they do it again? They trade. Player 1 chases him down. I'd like to see them use this drive disparity to shift the tide of the fight to their side. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach? KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Dashes up. Dashes forward. What's the next move? Holds up. Nice read with the cannon spike. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. And the leader, hoping for a good return. This could really hit the game. Big super hard hit. It's on. Rock super hard hit coming. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whip punishing.
comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Knockdown. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also limited. Throws a fireball here, maybe as simple, they've been pushed into the wall and the stun is there. Player two is maintaining KO. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. The jump in catches them. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Hits them with a stalker drop. Player one is with our super art. Gets the target. Experiencing burnout. Player two holds it. Just go for it at this range. Spin drive smasher assault. What's coming next? Digs in deep to get that drive. Pass corrects them. Let's use burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to take. KO. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. They got to escape from their corner before the pressure builds up. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Jump in, find one. Trips them up. Quick one to pocket. On dangerous territory. Easy to attack this range. Knockdown. Did well to get the buff in there. Player one is just about out of drive after that. The Puha stock to the brick. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Taking stock. Welcome. What's next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Back and hits hard for the tension. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. You'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Took him to the corner in a flash. Player 1 did a great job of moving their opponent up close to that last round. Can they keep going up? Both fighters planning something? Which way are you gonna block? Their spacing is so on point, but who's gonna win first?
Bro, why didn't you go?
For super art. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to kick. Knockdown and jumps up. Throw miss. Player 2 will need to use their meter here wisely. Still scrapping for control of the space. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Burnout, but they may have a plan here. One player is in burnout stage. Red though with their burnout. Such a smart play to go for this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burning out. Their amazing, never-say-die attitude got them the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Nice read with the cannon spike. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. This is a complete shot. They can't escape. What's that off? Drive this back misses. What's next? Takes the side wall flat into the guard break. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. There's a burnout. Burnout, but they may have a plan here. Oh, yo, Rock, over here. Still alive? Still alive? It doesn't kill. They're still in this. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? A jump in here. It is over. Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the going on the offensive. Checks with the medium. Very solid punishment. Takes the trip. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown. This is looking a little interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Drive gauge finally recovers. Did well to get the bucket. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Somehow pushes back all the way. Burnout activates. Jumps. Anything can happen here. Player 2 has experience in burnout. That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 chases him down. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Both players okay.
Bro.
Player 2 hits them. It's always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Spin nuggets. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? With the throw. Nice read with the cannon spike. Jumps up. Big throw. Knockdown and Player 2 can't let their drive get away. They need to find a way to reset the situation. What'll happen here? Reverse head cuts them down. Still slugging it out at this range. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Jumps. Life lead is there, but still solid anti-air. Are they thinking about how to steal this round? Rock super hard. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants. Overdrive cannon play. Player 1 needs to use the turn of the corner view. Looking to follow up after that party combo. Hits him with a Euro Kick. Player now, full gauges, let's go. And time for pressure, time for pain. As far as Jury's concerned, they're kind of the same. What's next? Player 2, flipping. No, step off the wall. Rock super hard incoming. Excellent read. Are they going to be able to come back and get that victory from the jaws of defeat? Can we see him try and get back here?
Bro, I didn't that Mohanda. Let's see.
Comes out on...
A new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made. Here we go. What is Sky going to do? It's nice to go in with the target. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. You can use a drive dance like that there to maintain the pressure. Well-timed corner switch. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Holds up with the block. Drive gauge finally recovers. Side switch with the back throw. Looking for a chance. Oh! Player KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. Bill wants to keep the ball rolling. How will they do it? Nice read. Denies them with a somersault. Jumps up, scrapping it out up close. Uses the target combo as a filler. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Oh, burnout triggered. A quick breather. Player 1 has a chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Defends the leader, hoping for a good return. KO! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Denies that throw attempt. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't lift their guard down. They love heavy hits. Well-timed corner switch. Takes their trip. Box him with a top. Player 1 set the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Shoots off a fireball up close. The jump in 59. Throws them. What's next? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. They were right to be on guard here. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Jump. Quick breather. Spin knuckle. Jumps in. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. We're at a standstill, but we may see interruption soon. So, what's next? All in with the rock. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Are we going to see a Osprey arrow? Back to the show some disrespect with that invincible special. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Who will come out on top in this final round? Sticks out a kick. Nice read. Denies him with a somersault kick. Drops him hard. Player flips it. Things are looking very bleak, but can they find something? Amazing! What a finish! Player 2 is a fourth.
A new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets the crossover. Player T has the life lead. Uses the drive parry against the attack. Solid combo. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Pressuring the situation with the charges. So they break forward and pressure the opponent. Does a good job of pushing back. Sticks the jump in. Taking stock. Both fighters are barely timed. Spin knuckle. Medium kick. Both fighters are weighing their options and with burnout triggered. Player KO. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The next round is beginning. What's going to happen now? Holds up with a block. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Going in? Player 1 needs to use the bread of the corner here. Overdrive cannon spike. Player 1 won't turn out. Expect the tempo of the match to change. What'll happen here? Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the ball. Goes for the other one super. Both fighters planning something? Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Low, heavy, but no go. Excellent block. You've gotta be okay. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow here? Holds up with a block. Blocks the jump in. Okay, so in the early stages of the round. Alright. Player 1 pushes the new opponent into the corner. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Taking stock. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? The jumping is denied. Very solid corner switch. Takes a trip. Goes for the level 1 super. Player 2 must be feeling good after that point show. No escape of that. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Charges forward. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Scrapping it up uphill. Both fighters planning a nice read with a cannon spike. The super doesn't hit. A drive impact could end it all here. Amazing! Are we gonna see a comeback here? Yes! was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Medium kick. Player one pushing his opponent into the corner. The low kick is blocked. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Combo with the target combo. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Goes for the super? Gets him. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps in. Still slugging it out at this range. Player one will want to take advantage of their leader while they have it. Big opportunity now in this corner. Goes for the jump in. Big opportunity coming. Uses the target combo with a fillet. They're going for the super arch. And his speed on full display. It's the Delta Renaissance. He lands the super. Time for dessert. Noticeable light flatlines on. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The throw hits, now the fun begins. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Player one is just about out of drive now. Plenty of life left in both legs. What a big difference in drive. How do they use this to their advantage? Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. Player two is maintaining the corner position with a super art connect. Brings out the super art. How is it going to work out for them? That lead opens up. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Player one in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. The quick breather, charges forward. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. To come from the brink like that, what a comeback! Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Hits him with a stopping blow. Uses the target combo as a filler. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Then, overdrive cannon spike. Player 1 holds it onto that corner advantage. They gotta press here to take advantage of his drive, baits out the attack, and gets the punish counter. Full SA meters on Cruzo from above. Both fight super art level 1 raging spear. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Raging spear pulls them like a launch. It gets the counter hit and the win. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for the comeback. Overdrive cannon spike. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 1 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Which of these fighters are going to get the SA gauge advantage? Knockdown. The jump is denied. Taking stock. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Gets the visa. Decides to spend the leader to open up some more chances. So goes for the super up, spends the leader, hoping for a good return. Super up, KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Gets the jump in. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Medium kick hit. Sticks the combo. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Throws them forward and maintains the corner game. Player 2 has the check, connects with the throw. Still slugging it out at this range. Oh, puts a bit of stank on that with an overdrive on. Knuckle wakes him up. Somehow closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? This is punch cannon spike. Took him to the corner in a flash. They're experiencing burnout. That back row was huge. Will this super art do anything? Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Player 1 is inverted Cruzo from above. Getting up close and personal. Okay, here we go. Cross-up attack. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge despair. Nothing stops this train. Keeps them out. What now? Noticeable look goes to the air. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? They are done! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Deftly shuts up the jumping. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Blocks the jump in. Who's going to break the silence first? Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Drive gauge finally recovers. Did well to get the button. Alright, what's coming up next? The counter is blocked. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Using the overdrive cannon spike. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Oh, easy tip. Springs forward with the drive rush. The drink level's at 4. All in it delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Player one has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough fight in there. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Medium kick. From low heavy to going in. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? They can't squatter this punish counter attack. Swagger step. Player 2 KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Puts one in the pocket. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Trips him up. Player one pushes the opponent to the corner. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Combo with the target combo. Grabs up, Vice leads open, springs forward with the drive rush. KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the rush down to start. They're on a mission. Brushes that off and keeps going. Swagger step. Keeping them away. Player one, they were right to be on guard there. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Barely blocks the jump in. Jumps in. Gotta do better than that. Change of plans. Life lead pumps the brakes on the impact. They decide to take a breather to regroup. We see a drive hit back here. It's all critical. What's gonna happen? Gets the counter hit and the win. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to winning. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Big counter. Box him with a target combo. And this is the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player two sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Knockdown. Strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Player one has the life lead. Can they use it? Both fighters planning something? Uses the target combo as a filler. What'll happen here? Anti-air drops him. Solid anti-air. Sets up with a KO. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Start.
Round one. Fight. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time there. How's the match going to play out? What is he thinking here? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Gets the parry and adds some pressure. We break things off to take a quick breather. So it looks like our fighters are taking a breather. He parries the attack. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Holds out with a block. The attack is parried. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Like nice read! Denies him with a somersault kick. Oh, this is so close. Can they take it by using their drive? Player 4, burn up, yes! Drive impact for the win. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. There's an overdrive arm. Jets him with the boom. Blocks the low heavy. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Alright, what's coming up next? Somersault kick stops them cold. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. They are really going at each other this round. The reason that now will be burnout triggered. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Both fighters planning something? Will we see a drive emphasis? Here comes the thunderous drive impact to close the round. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Hits them with a stopping block. Player 1 wore out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Knockdown and somersault kick stops them cold. Player 2 with a spotted counter on the action. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Oh man, this is a scary range. Connects with the throw. Both sides getting ready. Quite good decision with that throw. What now? And repeatedly closes it out. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the win. Solid boom. Rejects him with a boom. Player 2 has a slight life lead and then lace him. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Projectile to try and change the situation. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Grabs him, takes a trip. Big low reaching heavy. Not having the cross up. Alright, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game that gets him. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Things are slow going right now, so we may see someone speed things up. Nice read! Denies them with a somersault. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Knockdown and hits them with a stopping block. Big throws. Big opportunity coming. Time to reassess the situation. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive grid. This is a very precarious situation. A drive impact could end it all here. That back row was huge. Closes in. Low heavy. No burnout. Did they mean to do that? Oh Amazing! Yo! Critical art now? Who's gonna take it? They're taking a step. What a finish! Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
Wait, man. Now, find a new rival.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Gets the jump in. The Brave team will be in the world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Is this super up to net? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Stop the attack by using a drive kick. Yes, sir. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Power into control. Hits him with a solid block. Burnout. Expect the pencil on the back of the game. She's scrapping it up the ship. Oh, burnout triggers. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. Grabs and throws them away. Knockdown and they return to center stage. Will be still driving. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Not much game. That was a grade on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Here comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Goes for the throw. Player 2 has the lifeline. Will they hit? Whip? Or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Misses the drive impact. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jack that one attack? They piled up their knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Spin up! Oh, burnout triggered! Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon.
Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive games to play with. Not a good thing. How much get going? Wow! The shout of Earth! Jump!
Burnout Axe wraps it up with a decisive combo.
That was a take on how a solid neutral game wins matches.